Hi, Dan McFarland, your physical therapy assistant and creator of Mobility Max 10-minute home exercise system. So I'm going to make a short little video to demonstrate the Mobility Max exercise system, what it's all about. This is completely unrehearsed. Of course, this stuff's been in my mind for 10 years and I've been practicing it thousands of times, so I shouldn't have to rehearse. But I know there's a few of you out there, hopefully more than just a few, who would like to know what this system is about. I created this when I turned 60. I'm almost 70 now. And I created it because I was getting older and I was feeling myself losing my fitness. Plus, I had just become a physical therapy assistant and I was working in the field with what has turned out to be over 15,000 up to date senior citizens, going around to their homes, seeing their physical condition, seeing the dilemmas, seeing the challenges that they have with their mobility, and then trying to help them rehabilitate. I realized I didn't want to be in a situation like that. Well, in the process of discovering something for myself, I discovered something for you. I've created a door-mounted exercise bar that can be set at 14 different levels. There's literally hundreds of different exercises that can be done with these bars and all the various, with the bar and with all the various heights. But I've also, for general fitness, I've narrowed it down to 20 exercises. That's what's inside the training manual. I've narrowed it down to 20 exercises that can be done, you ready, in just 10 minutes a day. So for the past 10 years, as I've gotten close to 60 years, 70, I've only exercised 10 minutes a day. You know, we're getting tighter and weaker every single day, and the older we get, it's happening faster and faster. It all adds up to lost mobility and loss of independence and having fun. So how do we combat that? How do we slow it down? Well, if we know it's happening every single day, why don't we address it every day? That's the answer. And what is happening? We're getting tighter and we're getting weaker. So what I created was a set of 20 therapeutic and functional exercises using your body weight against gravity and the bar as a point of assist and leverage in order to perform these essential movements that restore range of motion and create functional strength. Now you notice the door here. This door looks very normal, and it is, but it has one thing that distinguishes it. It has the mounting strips for the Mobility Max exercise bar. I'm going to demonstrate it now. The mounting strips are right here on the outer edge. Every door frame has a little bit of vacant space right there that's just waiting for you to put up your Mobility Max exercise bar. And of course, the door operates quite without any interruption. And cosmetically, it's nearly invisible. So first thing I'm going to do is take out the little safety pin. It's a lock pin. I'm going to demonstrate how quickly the bar goes in and out. Now, I don't use this height very often, but it's really nice. Oh, I needed that. I can really feel it for a big stretch. This is like traction, something you'd pay for and go into a clinic to get in order to lift your rib cage, separate your vertebrae. My feet are flat on the floor. I'm not off the floor. By the way, the bar can hold up to about 250 pounds. None of the exercises require us to put great force into it. So let's just kind of forget about that. Now, let's watch. This is how easily the bar goes in and out. Now we're at position 13. I always put the locking pin in. That way the bar can't come out. Now I'm at a lower height, so I can do a few things. I can actually get my legs involved at this point. Now, my legs are right under me, right on the threshold. If I move my legs forward, guess what? My arms have now taken on more of the task. My legs are less involved because they're out in front of me. May not be able to see it from that angle. And as we move along, I'm going to take the pin out, come down another notch. So now we're right about forehead height for me. And again, we're still in that range where probably all we're going to do is drop down and lift up. But this is a wonderful exercise. I call it the combination chin up and squat. Bring my legs back underneath me. It's more of a squat motion. My legs are doing it. If I move them out, it's more of a chin up. Oh boy, I'm feeling it. Okay, you ready? Here we go, the next level. Going down now. So this height, that now depends on how tall you are, but it's just under my chin now, so I can start to create some new exercises. I like to do a curling. It's in the training manual. This is one of the ones in the training manual. Step underneath the bar and just lower yourself and pull yourself up using the bicep muscle, the arm muscle, but the shoulders, gosh, your whole body's involved. That's why, that's why it's so efficient, because your whole body's involved in every movement. So you really can get everything you need in just 10 minutes a day. And I can just, I do, and I have so much fun. I'm able to run upstairs. I'm able to run, jump. I can sit on the floor. I'm pain-free. That's a big deal. Thank God. And I wish the same for you. And why wait until we become damaged to start trying to fix ourselves? These are the same therapeutic exercises that we use to fix our joints and our muscles when we go to rehab. How about we start doing them before we're damaged, and they become preventive maintenance, and they fortify us for life. So there's a lot of variability. There's universal variability in how you would set your body and use the bar. In other words, you can customize every exercise to your strength level. So you saw me doing the curling. Now I'm going to do some rowing from the same height. Looks like this. And yes, it takes a little confidence at first to let yourself back. But boy, that's such an important exercise. I love doing that because it pulls the shoulders back, you see, and gets the chest open. That's not just for looks. It does look better, but it's also for opening up our respiratory system so we can breathe better and we can get oxygen in there. Okay, moving down. Now, if you have serious physical limitations, or you have injuries or illnesses that would cause you to be hesitant, I will work with you personally. And if you're local in the Tampa Bay area, that means I'll visit. But if you're not in the Tampa Bay area, we can arrange to do Skype or FaceTime to get you the exact routine that you need to do every day. Okay, so now where am I at? Okay, so I'm about just the top of my sternum, my top of my chest. Again, this is just another angle to do the rowing motion. But since the bar is lower, I can go back further, and it's a little more difficult. So there we go. We have the ability to adjust the amount of challenge that we want. This is not one of the exercises, but I just thought of it. These are functional exercises. They involve movement that is meaningful. But guess what? Every time we move, it requires strength, it requires flexibility, and it requires balance. So why go to a gym and, play around with dumbbells? I'm not talking about the people there. The dead weights, complicated machines, and all of that, in order to be able to move better. So we're going to move a complicated machine, and then my body's going to be able to move better. I don't see the logic of that. In fact, there isn't any. What we want is to move our bodies in the process of acquiring higher quality in our movements. And we only do that, we only gain more quality of movement when we gain strength, flexibility, and balance. All the classic things that we want from fitness. So, let's see. So we're at about the height right now where we could start to do some pushing away. So I'm going to lean back and then I'm going to lean in and push away. What does this look like? It's a functional movement of slowly lowering and pushing ourselves away. And by the way, it's one of the main reasons that elderly folks cannot get up off the floor, because they have lost all of their upper body arm strength. They can't support themselves long enough to get into the next position they need to get up off the floor. Unfortunately, it's mostly females, especially weak in the upper body. Here's the classic. Yes, you can do push-ups. I don't care what your current level of fitness, unless you have pain in your upper back or your shoulders, you can start doing push-ups. How? Well, you just put the bar up here at about the level of your sternum, and then just lean into it and really get that wonderful motion going. I'm up on my toes, but I can feel my abdominals involved. So let's go down another level. I'll skip a spot here. So balance is a big issue. In the training manual, you spend 1 minute of the 10 minutes working on balance. How? We simply start by standing on one leg. So I'm standing on one leg, and now I'm attempting to stand upright as well as I can, and I'm going to use the bar and the door frame for an assist if I feel myself faltering. But from this position, I'm pretty stable because I've been practicing. But maybe you need to practice balance. Maybe you're not feeling good about your balance. This is it. This is what we do in physical therapy, for goodness sakes, with elderly folks who have lost their balance and are using a walker or something. We have them just support on something and stand on one leg. It's pretty common sense. It's pretty logical. If you can stand on one leg, you're going to be okay on two legs, right? Well, guess what? It's also a strengthening exercise because you're asking this leg to bear all the weight. Now, I like to modify it, and I do a single leg squat. So now I'm using the bar to balance me, and I'm going up and down on that one leg. And wow, it just takes just a few seconds to feel that energy, that strain. I call it squeezing of the muscles. Speaking of squats, that's another important movement that we all have to learn. The bar is perfect for that. This is not the best angle to see it, but you notice my arms are extended. Think of water skiing. Maybe you've never water skied. I didn't like it, but I did once or twice. So you go back and then you just go down and up. Yes, a couple times. You can execute the perfect squat motion. So you're seeing just a couple of the movements that I'm recommending. And remember, I'll customize them for you. But I'm just going to go through some of the other levels here. So how about this for an exercise? We did ducking under. How about stepping over? Oh my gosh, that's functional. And what would happen, do you think, if you did this every day for 30 seconds? Well, you sure wouldn't have any problem with tripping and falling or being able to, go upstairs. But it just so happens this is not one of the 20 exercises that I do in the training manual that I recommend every day. But there's hundreds of exercises that you can do. You can attach resistance bands to the bar, pull from different directions because of the height of the bar. Okay, so let's look at the final. And then there's another position there, another position there, and another position all the way on the floor. So there's your Mobility Max exercise bar. I hope you enjoyed this quick demonstration. I'm leaving a lot out because there's so much to this beautiful system. And thank you for your interest, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.